I don't know if I mentioned it to you or some people at the work at bakery or anything like that, but I watched a few videos in a row just on YouTube of like I can't remember what I was looking at, but I eventually got to this point where I was watching. What was it? I don't even know. But the topic came up of some lady who had a few children and was feeling like she hadn't gotten back into the form that she was in before her kids.
So you told me about it.
Okay, yeah. So like she had gained a bit of weight, her hair was like a little thinner than usual, like things like that, and she was considering all sorts of things for like a year. It was like different kinds of breast reduction surgery because her breast was still heavy or whatever, like just different things. And then eventually she just started to take care of her health the way that she used to, and her health returned to peak form, even better than it was before, because she did get healthier over the course of children, because that's just naturally the woman's body is going to go into like a state of, I need to be in good condition to have this kid. And then when she returned to her normal form, she was better than what she was before, and all of the problems that she thought she had went away. That like just everything that she could think of that was like one of her little issues of like, oh, this, I haven't had this problem before, and now it's a problem, and now how do I get rid of it? Trying to think of all these ways to get rid of it. Instead of analyzing everything and piecing it all together and figuring out exactly what to do in whatever way, it's just like, maybe I'll just, the body is being like, I have issues, let me just take care of the body slightly more. And it's never like a huge amount of problem that people have. Like 99.99% of the time, everybody's completely okay with everything. Like you can, if we're sitting here, no matter where anybody looks at from wherever they're sitting, 99.99% of everything that they look at, they have no emotional reaction to, like no major attachment or aversion or craving or anything. It's just, it's all okay. You can look at anything, you can hear anything, you can sit in and sit anywhere, hear anything, and no matter what anybody says, it like there's so much sound going on in like a movie theater of people walking around in lines talking whatever. If somebody says your name, you can hear it. If you see something that like someone you recognize or someone you have any form of attachment to, or like a character from some story you like, or like an item that you recognize, it's the same way of like if you get a car, you'll start to recognize your own car everywhere, like when other people have that car, and just those little things that you're attached to, and then all of the rest of it you're totally okay with. It's just that tiny like 1% that's wrong. And the same goes for the body. You're somehow operating every day. Like the lungs are doing their thing, the heart is doing its thing, the legs can bend, you can move, you can, like everything's functioning, and somehow you're alive. Like even if you, like our dad was talking about this guy who had part of his leg chopped off recently to do his health thing, and he's like super huge, and like we've only met him once, and he looked really sick just in general, just not taking care of himself. But somehow, even despite how poorly he's taking care of himself, he's still able to like sit at a table with us and talk, and is cognizant and all that other stuff. Like most of him is working. And then that little tiny bit does all of the issues for any individual.